What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go? Podcast about life in the music industry. I'm your host, Patrick Tarnowski. We always got Matt Reed, the co-hostess with the mostest with us, as always. But today we got something special. We got a band from right in our hometown. We got Lewis, Galen, Tyler, and Jeff from Minnesota's very own band, Linus. Fellas, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Anyone hit the get off mute. Anyone.
Hell yeah, brother.
I had a burp trapped.
That's fair. I just let it go. It's okay. It's part of.
I was trying to. It was trapped.
Oh,
Trying to.
the next hit right there.
Absolutely. You got to hit the record on all of those burps. The fart. You got to get those into the tracks. I know you like your little hidden, fun little ditties in there. So
I'll be leaning up to the microphone with mine somewhere around here.
Nice.
I love it. Well, y'all, Linus is no stranger to the unsigned pop punk world. Y'all have played our punk rock flea market twice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Been on the playlist a few times. And, who could forget the great Ham Slam of 2023?
Amen.
I can't.
We doing 2024, right? We getting some 2024 Ham Slam going?
Oh, shit.
I hope so.
Who could remember it?
Yeah, who could remember it is a better
I've
question.
got it on my calendar, so I don't know about you guys, but
That's good. Because me and Matt talked, and we currently have it on our calendar too.
Oh,
so.
right.
We haven't announced the date or anything. That Jeff has it on his calendar.
He
We
just-
literally figured it out today.
It's every day for the next 4 months. Just
Every day is
hold
freed
for
up
Ham
for this,
Slam.
Ham Slam ?
Yeah.
Day the day?
got a couple weddings, but if the Ham Slam comes up, well, I got to make some sacrifices. So
You're gonna have to find a new best man.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. This time, who knows? Maybe I'll reach out to Hams, how much they want to be a part of this, because they obviously do.
right. I would
Right.
think.
If they would sponsor an event, we would retire probably. We'd be like, we've hit our peak. That's as good as it'll ever get. Hams sponsored an event that we did in some way, and we'd just be like, yeah, we're good. All right.
Yep.
We
Hey,
need
bye.
to refrain from the shirtless kissing this time around, though. That might be something
Ooh.
that could get us off the Hams endorsement list.
That
Oh,
stays.
we're gonna have our Bud Light moment.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
I'm in. We gotta make this year's Ham Slam even bigger than last year. Maybe we'll have to add some some Twitch lighting.
Oh.
We'll just wrap the whole background behind it, and we'll just throw those whatever fucking lights, the color changing lights and shit, the LEDs.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we'll just have people with remote controls sitting there behind everything, just changing it constantly. Because we'll go the cheap way.
We might need 4 cases of hams instead of 3 this time.
Oh,
I was gonna say,
We didn't even make it through 3 last time.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking if we're gonna upgrade it, instead of just getting another case, we should just get the same amount, except all of them will be the Hams Fat Boys. I think they're 32 ounce. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah. I mean, we
Let's
had
just get those.
We could just hit up. We'll check out, what everything's Hams has to offer, and we'll just try and get a variety pack of everything.
Sure.
Hams Light. That's it.
Even that's news to me.
Ham's Classic, which is just an old can of hams that's been sitting in someone's fridge for the last 6 years undrinking.
Oh, yeah. Well, they have
Yeah.
Hams Light, Jeff. It's for when Hams is a little too hard for you.
Oh, sure.
Spicy.
The first one in the morning. The first one after
Oh, wait, Ham's Light is a great shower beer.
Oh,
Oh,
is it?
hell yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think I've ever come
Tropical
across
Paradise.
it. Like the only hams I see in Duluth are 30 packs. So
Mhm.
Yeah, 30 rack of
Oh, yeah.
hams.
Rightfully
Classic.
so.
Hell yeah.
Y'all have released your singles On the Line and Blender. How's the response been on the new music?
Good. I mean, people seem to like it. It doesn't get a lot of it's not getting a lot of streams. So I think people like it one time, but maybe not two times. No, it's been really good.
They'll catch on. They always catch on.
Yeah, people are singing it at shows, so
yeah, I mean,
it's fun to see.
if they're singing it at shows, they're streaming it more than once.
Yeah.
At
Our
least
friends are all pirates. They're all getting it on Pirate Bay.
Yeah. They don't want to give
downloading it off the
Spotify
wire.
0.8 cents.
LimeWire.
All our friends are old. They're using YouTube Music or some stupid thing. I don't know what else.
Fair.
That's
I
fair.
found it on
I mean,
Kazaa the other day. So
wait, what?
I found it on Kazaa the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, is that even a thing still?
Oh, probably.
Oh,
I
it
tried
probably is, but don't use it.
I try to send my dad links to the new music, and he's like, "Is it on Pandora yet?" I was like, "Dad, there's
What are you
better
hoping
ways
that you
to
just
find
come across it on somebody's radio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, here's
Next.
here, put on the My Kid Banana radio. You might get lucky or something."
Yeah, just
Yeah,
next like
Still gotta
100
fucking wait.
times until you get it.
Man,
On
I like
demand.
Pandora was, really legit for it when it came out.
Yeah.
Though I remember I used Pandora like crazy when it first hit the
Mhm.
scene.
For sure. I think it still has its place, maybe.
Yeah.
Like my dad's sole source of music.
Yeah, my dad too. My dad doesn't understand that you can like go to a specific song and listen to it now. He's
Right.
like, yeah, turn on the radio. Like,
Well, yeah, and like Pandora is still just the online radio. It's the
Right.
it's like
yeah.
it's funny now that like the Pandora is like the new like old people version of
Right.
like I mean I can't imagine like I'm fucking old. I'm not gonna listen to Pandora though. That's fucking ridiculous.
That's too old.
Unforgivable.
That's too old, man. That's too old.
Are these new singles part of an album or an EP, or are they just going the single route this time?
Oh boy. We have
Loaded questions.
we've been actively discussing all of this. It sounds like what's going to happen is we're going to be having a big release party this spring, and we will be releasing a vinyl full-length
Baby.
album.
Nice.
That's
So-
hot.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
As Paris Hilton would say, that's hot.
Oh
No.
yeah. It will also
You-
be on
you-
compact disc, okay,
Good.
and the internet. So yeah, we'll be releasing a full
Yeah,
length
bust out some
album.
cassette tapes there, Lou.
Maybe.
8-track.
You know.
Eight
Maybe.
track.
I don't know if the cassette tapes are trendy anymore. I feel like I used to see them everywhere at shows and not so much anymore.
Yeah. It might be fair to say you have heard some of the tunes on the album, but I guess what would be like more than half of it, about half of it would be all new stuff you haven't heard yet.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is very exciting. I mean, we can't wait to hear the whole thing. You got any like new singles coming out soon then? Or we waiting?
We're waiting.
Okay.
We will have new music coming out soon. I would say just stay tuned the next couple months. We're gonna have a lot of announcements. I think
Okay.
probably
Awesome.
mid February is when we're gonna start to get things kind of locked down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did one of the things that we like to do on the show is we like to do some deep dives. So we did a little deep dive. So Lewis, before Linus, you're in a band called Moving to Pluto. Having some success in that band, namely getting a smoothie named after you, after the band at the Segway Cafe in 2009.
Hell yeah.
But what do you think those early days taught you that you brought into Linus?
I think there was that was basically my first band. Technically, we had a different name before that, but that was just like me and my friends playing music in like middle school all the way through high school. And Jeff was even in Moving to Pluto for a brief period of time.
It's true.
True. So
a few shows.
It just taught me it taught me everything I know about just being in a band, booking shows, networking. It taught me what not to do a lot of times, because being young and we came up with bands like Four Letter Lie, and The Semester and stuff like that. And I felt like it was really easy to, when you're a little punk ass kid, judge people and be rude. And you just think you're the shit and you're 16 and you suck. So it taught me a lot about that too. Just how to participate in the music scene, although, back then we weren't playing at bars or anything, obviously, but just treating your fellow the fellow bands that you come across with respect and sort of supporting each other.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny that you bring up The Semester, because I always think about this. It's really fun to me. I was at a Savers in up here in Duluth, and I came across a whole bunch of Minnesota bands CDs and shit there, and one of them was an autographed copy of The Semester, which I have in my car at this current moment.
Oh yeah.
That CD, it still hits, man. It was good.
They were really good.
Oh yeah. And then they, Pat went on to be in Sing It Loud and do even more awesome stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
From what I could tell, Linus has been around for about 10 years now, starting around 2014. Can you tell us about those early days and how Linus got started?
Yeah. Damn, 10 years. Was it really that long?
Wow, yeah.
It has been that long. Yeah.
I mean, only you guys would know.
I mean, it feels like to me that post-COVID Linus is a different band. So to me, it feels like Linus is a few years old, but yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was in Moving to Pluto, and then I kind of had a couple projects after we broke up, which that was 2009, 2010-ish. So I spent a few years just idling and writing songs, and I did some acoustic music just for fun, and started one little project that didn't get off the ground, and then the old drummer for Moving to Pluto, Stefan, and I started playing again and writing some pop punk stuff. I think I was in a ska pop punk band before Moving to Pluto, and I wanted to just hone in on just the pop punk part of it.
Yeah.
So me and Stefan got together, and then we got Jeff in the mix. So in the early days, it was me, Stefan, and Jeff just jamming. Wrote some tunes, and I was like, we need another guitarist. And then Jeff brought in Kyle. And so that was probably, I think Kyle has a Google Calendar like something about in like 2015, like his first Linus practice. So that would be like the first real Linus practice, I think. Yeah, and just that's pretty much it. And we just tried to, back then I was really into like modern baseball and the front bottoms. So I tried to write music like that. I don't think I really succeeded, but that was kind of like the first attempt at the pop punk band.
Oh yeah.
So you already kind of mentioned this, but Galen, you joined up with Linus only a few years ago. Y'all sometimes joke that Linus has two distinct time periods. You even just made that joke. Before Galen and after Galen, BG and AG. What do you guys feel? What do you feel helps you guys click as well as you do? And how was Galen that piece that you feel kind of propelled you into this new era, if you will, for using Taylor Swift references?
You found the right audience for that.
Galen era.
The Galen.
Yeah, BG and AG, baby. I'll just say a little bit. Galen was in a band with Kyle in high school, right?
Yeah.
So we all come from Maple Grove Senior High. Like we all went there. Although Kyle is like 4 years younger than me. I think we have 4 years represented like in a row. Like I'm class of 07, Galen's 08, Jeff's 09, and Kyle's 10. So we knew Galen from high school, and we had like in 2019 our drummer Stefan quit, and then we tried to find another drummer for a while and weren't very successful, and then COVID happened, and then after COVID we were like, should we like try to do Linus again? And I posted a Facebook thing like, I need a drummer, and Galen's like, oh, I'm like trying to join a band. I was like, what the hell, fucking Galen? I had not heard from Galen in a long time. And Galen shows up in Jeff's living room to just like jam, and he knew every song perfectly. He was like, I've been watching on YouTube like your set from Lee's Liquor Lounge 2018, and I learned the whole thing, blah blah blah. So I was like, all right, well, we're good. Like he just knew everything. And he like, him and I share a lot of the same musical tastes, like from our youth. Like we're both obsessed with Weezer. So I think that we kind of speak the same language musically too. So that helped us kind of gel. And then I'll let someone else talk for a while.
Could you tell us a little bit from your perspective, Galen, why you decided to take the leap on Linus?
Yeah, totally. Actually, yeah, I mean, as Lewis was saying, like I was in a band with Kyle. We were in a band called A Week Without John, which we used to play with Moving to Pluto quite a bit, actually. The last concert we ever played was with Moving to Pluto and the band Husa, funny enough. And then we ended up breaking up. And like I didn't really end up I didn't play the drums then for several years, like at all. I didn't have access to my drum kit, so I didn't play. The guitarist and singer from A Week Without John, his name's Matt Billetary. He's a really good buddy of mine, one of my best friends. He and I started like a little side project in 2015, 2014 called Bedrooms, and we released an EP called Ghostly Structures. And that was like, he literally just sent me iPad recordings, and then I would go to my parents' house like for a day when they weren't home, and I would figure out drum parts, and I'd videotape myself playing the drums to that, and then take the audio from the video recording and put it with his iPad stuff. And then eventually we like had 6 songs. We made a thing. But
that was pretty sweet shit, though. I will say that was pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I was happy.
Acoustic stuff, but all the old stuff you guys talk about that you just breeze by, like I remember it was all pretty good.
We'll shout out the titles at the end again for people to go look at, right? But we had but after that I didn't play drums again. Like I just, even though I did that project, it was like I went in to record drums and that was it. And then we worked with our friend Mikey Gumbelson who produced the EP and we did that. But other than that, I was not playing the drums at all. And I really missed it. And then my wife and I, it's COVID, we're at home doing nothing. I finally had like free open schedule and I was telling her like I really miss playing the drums. So I ended up getting an electric kit and putting it in our attic and playing around and stuff. And I like played every day for like a year because then like when I started back, I was rusty. I mean, I hadn't sat at a drum kit for like 5 years at that point. And but it just felt really good. I loved doing it and it was fun. And I've always wanted to be in like a band that was like actively making things. And so I was telling it's actually funny because I told my wife, I was like, I really like playing the drums, but I kind of like I'm getting sick of playing alone. I wish I was with a band. And I'm not even kidding you, like within a week of me saying that out loud to her, Lewis posted that thing on Facebook. And I think I even commented, I was like, wait, really? Because and yeah, I mean like I think it's just, for us it was like to me, it seems like like just the timing of everything worked out. Like I think even if Stefan had still been in the band, like Linus would be still incredibly successful. I think, because I think for me it was just that coming in, I was like so eager to do as many shows as possible, and I had the ability to practice, and a lot of time to practice. So I was coming in like as prepared as I could, and it I think it like coincided with I think like Lewis's writing just keeps getting better and better and better and better. And so I just like kind of
Totally.
came in at a time where it was like really popping off. I mean, remember first time you played a demo of fucking it up for us, me and my wife were like, holy fuck. This song's gonna be awesome. So I just think like the timing, I got the pleasure of being the person to play the drums on this stuff. Um, and so I try to lean into that as much as possible. Yeah, that's it from
First,
my perspective, I think.
first time Galen, he wrote that on the Facebook post or whatever, and then I think I messaged him on Facebook Messenger, and
Yep.
then
You were in the Taco Bell drive-thru.
I was in the Taco Bell drive-through, baby. First time we discussed this, so it was really meant
Oh,
to be, I think.
yeah.
God bless.
Star-crossed.
Event
So,
You guys star-crossed.
You
Oh yeah.
Galen, you mentioned that the first time you heard FNF, the demo, like you knew it was something. Are there other moments in like Linus history for each of you that like when you say think back on, for some of you, the last 10 years of this band? I know I'm gonna keep saying it, but are there moments that you're like, holy shit, like this is when I think back on Linus, this is one of those moments that come to mind. Good, bad, ugly, for each of you.
I normally go first for stuff like this, so I'm actually gonna not do that today. I'm like,
Oh boy. I guess I would just say there's some shows that come to mind that were like magical. Like I feel like I don't know how much of like it's kind of weird. We have so many like friends that come to shows, that I feel like we have like a decent pull. Like people, I mean, for a band like our size and like our reach, like we just have like a bunch of people that show up to our shows. Um, and we've just like sort of seen that group grow and grow and grow the last few years. Like other people from other bands that come out to support us or like are just homies, even like old friends that I haven't seen in a while that like came to a show on a whim and they're like, holy shit, this was like awesome. And then they just like keep coming back. So there's just been like a few cornerstone shows, I think. Like I think of Pop Punk Halloween last year, was like fucking amazing. And it was like felt like the culmination of a lot of things, like because Effing It Up had just come out like a month or two before that, and I felt like we were on like a really good path, and then like that show was so awesome, that I feel like that sort of like started like the current phase of Linus. So there's a few other shows that come to mind too, but I think that's like one of the main ones I go back to.
Mhm. What about the rest of you?
Yeah.
Cal,
The that
What do you guys
yeah,
got?
that
There-
yeah, White Squirrel one is similar, like an anchor for me. That's always like my default go-to of like, holy shit, everyone is here. This place is packed. This is like the time of my life. And more recently, I went to some friends, that one of the homies that show up to like every show, to their wedding, and they had like a emo power hour, I think they called it, but just like an hour of just like straight bangers from our youth and ever since. But they put Effing It Up on there, and granted I had a couple drinks at this point, but it was just like incredibly surreal to have like this our music on at a wedding, and like everyone there was singing along. I definitely teared up, but lots of drinks, like I said. But so that is another, just like, I still can't believe that happened. And then in addition, like seeing people's like just Spotify Wrapped or whatever, where it's like, damn, like people like listen to this like a lot and regularly, and it's like just like super honored and like privileged to be like that much of people's time and fandom, I guess. So yeah, just super lucky.
I will say that I prefer when we don't book shows on like Mondays and Tuesday nights throughout the week, but they definitely happen. And I almost always, like, in my head, like, play it down. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough sell. People aren't going to come out to this. And sure, I might text people. They might say, yeah, I'm busy. And the other guys are like, yeah, it's tough. We got like two guys coming each. And then we go there, and then there ends up being like five guys from other bands, five guys who literally come to every show and don't miss a beat. That's been cool to see, especially in the last 6 months or so. It's been nice. There's like Lou said, just this set group of people that are just there religiously. It's freaking awesome.
Mhm.
And the cool thing about that too is like when you go to their shows, you can reliably count on like a handful of those people being there too. So it's like you always kind of run into the same people, and it just feels like a cool community. Like everyone in the scene sort of supports each other, and it's super positive.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Yeah,
Totally.
even like even with each other's releases, like I think it's fun, when a band in the scene releases something. I feel like all the other bands, like it's fun to go on the social media the next day and see everyone be like, check out this sick track by yada yada, you know what I mean? And I feel like that, speaking of the latest singles, like I feel like that happened a lot with both those, maybe more than stuff with Hell Yeah. But like, yeah, I remember the day or two after Blender release, someone just had like videos of them singing it in their car, and I was like, damn, that's cool.
Yeah, and someone had their like 4-year-old children singing it.
Yeah, that was Eric.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's honestly like I can count on one hand like the amount of bands that I've encountered in the last 10 years in the scene that are like actually shitty and like toxic.
Yeah.
It is incredibly rare.
Yep.
And it's like people are generally so cool that if you're like the one asshole band, you stick out like a sore thumb, like a lot. So
Yeah, the
love
scene
it.
has definitely changed a lot over the last like 10, 15 years.
Mhm.
So it's definitely a lot more positive, and I believe nowadays for sure.
Mhm. Except for the other Linus.
Oh,
Got you, Dennis.
It was only a matter of time till we have to address the. Wait, you guys meant to book us onto this show, right?
Well, actually, we meant to
to-
book the 2001 to 2003 Linus in the Minneapolis scene.
Ah, God
Mm.
damn it. Okay.
Dude, every once in a while we get a boomer lady like messaging us like, "You guys, the ones that wrote Runaway Tonight with me in 2002?" I'm like, nope.
no.
I was playing a Halo. Okay.
One of you guys is the father of my children.
Galen,
Yeesh.
Galen, prior to the rock star lifestyle, you were also a track star running the 5,000 meter in high school as a freshman, as well as a professional touring dancer. Can you tell us a little bit why you made the change from that lifestyle to now this?
Can I ask where you found the track thing? Because I've never run track in my life.
You did.
I did run cross country
Oh, I don't. It said
for 1
5,000.
year as a freshman.
Well, it was online. I can.
Wow. God
The
damn.
internet
just
does
making a
not
whole
lie.
bunch of shit up
There's
about
another
you.
Galen Higgins out there I'm gonna have to get in a tussle with.
Isn't that 2002 Linus?
I figured
Yeah.
it was 2004, and it said you were a freshman.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, I did that in cross country. Wow, what the fuck? The internet's crazy. Did I put that on my MySpace one time or something, dude? Yeah, but the other half, I toured as a professional tap dancer, which like it is a fun, weird thing to tell people, and like I think people are like, what does that mean? Which I'm like, good question. But I tour with a group called Rhythmic Circus. That's a tap dance and music company that was out of Minnesota. It's no longer really running, but it started before I joined. I joined when I was 20 years old in 2010, and then I toured with them for 8 years. We toured 250 cities around the world. We did 2 months in China. We did the Edinburgh Fringe Festival several times. We had a run off Broadway, so we had a show that we produced called Feet Don't Fail Me Now. So it was a theater show, and we go do that. And I've been dancing since I was 3. I think anybody who's known me before 3 years ago would know me primarily as a dancer. Like, true. I mean, there's still, I'd say the majority of people that know me still know me as a dancer, even though I haven't really danced in a few years. Which maybe dipping my toe back in. I think I'm going to be actually performing with my buddy Colleen Miller at Ice House in February. So if you're looking to see some fun dope tap dance, I'll be doing that. But I honestly like, yeah, some dope tap dance. She's an
I will
amazing
say
artist.
we went to see Galen's tap dance. This was like a couple of years ago now.
Yeah.
At the Southern Theater, right?
Yep.
That was fucking awesome. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
it's fun, but touring, like, I just got sick of. I do not like to travel. I never really have. So touring that much, I was kind of done with it at the end, to be honest with you. But also, like, I like it made me appreciate how much a lifestyle like that. I mean, I was gone all the time. We'd be doing the tour. We were our own crew. So, when we get somewhere, we'd load in at 10 a.m. We would set up everything. We would do the show. You're responsible for being there. You have to teach classes or do whatever. And then at the end of the night, you just got done doing a 2.5-hour sprint after a full day of work. And now you got to tear it all down. And then you got to go eat food at whatever's open, which is usually an Applebee's at like 12:30. And then you got to wake up in 4 hours to get on a flight home. Like, and then when you get home, you didn't make enough money from the gig, so you have like 2 other jobs you got to get to when you get home, and like think about them while you're gone, And all the time you're missing family shit, So like I just kind of hit a point. I had a serious girlfriend here. I was missing family stuff all the time. I just kind of felt like I was coming to an end of stuff, so I transferred sort of out of that. And I feel like for me, it's I will always consider myself a dancer, but I think I felt like I had the long period of my life where dance was the main priority aside from family, and so now I'm experiencing what it is to not have that as the main priority.
Well,
But
now
definitely care a lot of it.
you kind of
Sorry.
switched it up. You're still there though. I mean, now you're just kind of like as a drummer, you're kind of like a beat dancer.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's true. Like, honestly, I took so much. I've taken so much about playing the drums from my experiences tap dancing. Like, not just obviously because it's a rhythmic form, but like also like the dudes I toured with, they're like motherfuckers. Like, they're amazing players. A lot of them do play a lot in town. A lot of fantastic funk, soul, R&B, even
Sure.
country. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just like very eclectic, very knowledgeable players. And so like being able to learn from them as musicians from a tap dance perspective, um, and just the experience of like touring with a music dance group has really, I think, like greatly played a role in like how I approach even like drums and you know practicing and recording and timekeeping.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Yeah,
mean, they definitely have a lot of correlating parts.
hell yeah,
So,
absolutely.
well, we have one more question before we go to a quick break. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting your journey, what would that be?
Practice a lot. Practice way more than you think you need to practice. Practice, practice, practice.
I would go tell myself Jeff is not going to practice, so you have to expect. Here's the expectations. I would say I would have told myself to go to more local shows other than my own,
Yeah.
because you can just stagnate for a long time if you don't like network. And
Mm-hmm.
it also beyond the networking, it's also like really cool to see what kind of local bands are out there.
Totally. See what everybody's doing.
Mm-hmm. And I also like to go sort of just like study what bands are doing too. Like if I see a band that's like really cool, I try to see like what they're doing like on stage, like what their stage presence is like, what their set list runs like, how they organize like their merch, like just all these little details.
Totally.
And bring that back.
How you can you're seeing bands that you either see are doing a good job there on their way up, or like just bands you look up to, and you take little pieces from all of that, and that's kind of how you create your own persona. I mean, I think everybody does that except for the people that are blatantly trying to be other people.
Right. Yeah, and you also learn what not to do. Like sometimes you will go to a show and someone just like can't stop shit talking the sound guy on stage, something
Yep.
like that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's like, look, you do that afterwards, okay? We all know this. You do that privately.
Totally. Kyle, Galen, what you got?
I'm waiting for my future self to come back and tell me now how to best address the performance anxiety, stage fright that I still get. So I'm waiting for that to travel through time. And too many hams does not help with that. It makes it worse.
Well, you always get up. You always get up on stage. You always perform. So, how do you currently battle that?
Yeah, I mean, bad to not a good thing to admit probably, but there is a sweet spot of hams, Goldilocks zone. where it's
Hams
like
and a half.
just, poison myself, curb off a little bit of that um, anxiety,
Sure.
where I kind of, release the jitters, but and kind of like Louis, you were saying, like just like getting out there and realizing like, everyone's playing these shows a show, like
Mhm.
nothing matters.
Yeah.
Just get up and have a
That's
fucking
good piece of
Now.
advice. Nothing
yeah,
matters.
just nihilism.gov.
Nihilism rules, dude. If you go up on stage and shit your pants, guess what?
Performance art.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
Nothing else matters.
Kyle, if you shit your pants on stage, I might just do it with you.
Hell yeah, brother.
See,
And-
you got,
Solidarity.
at least your bro's got your back, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Got our backside.
Oh.
Don't worry, man. If you shit your pants, we'll all do it. We'll all shit our pants.
You
And
ain't
we'll just play with
cool
the
unless you
bottoms.
shit your pants.
I just shit the bed.
I have to say, I think, Jeff, you went off screen like 5 minutes ago and your screen popped up because it heard a noise. And I think I heard you crack a beer off screen and it just like switched to just Jeff's screen with an empty chair.
Oh. Well, you're not wrong.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I would just jump on what Lewis said, honestly. Like retweet or no, rethread. Fuck tweets.
3x.
Yeah, rethread.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I think also I see this a lot with like I even see this in like the tap community or any community and like I think people get like upset about who their community is sometimes.
Right.
Like they get a mindset of like, well, I'm better than this community. And like fuck, even if that's true, this is who you got, right? Like rising tide lifts all boats, right? So like you can try to fight against all the drama and shit. Just try to like be supportive, be cool. Don't talk shit about the sound guy during the show.
Yeah, wait till after with everybody else.
Till after. Everyone's like trying their best in a way, right? Especially in an art form.
You crack them a beer. You go up to them. You talk shit with them. Crack them a beer and be like, hey, not your best night. Cheers. And be like, get them next time, Tiger.
I haven't tried that move yet. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Which is funny because also
I will say our sound guys have been pretty good lately. Pretty on point.
Very.
It happens.
No major complaints.
Shout out. Yeah, definitely.
It happens from time to time. But on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our next segment.
I hate to break it to you, but looks matter. Now, not in the way you think I mean it, but when it comes to logos and shirt designs, you don't want your logo to look bad. Whether you run a business or play in a band, design is quite probably not your thing. And that's okay because luckily, at Shed and Shred Studios, design is all they do. With almost a decade of experience, Shed and Shred Studios is dedicated to working directly with clients to create the best visual products in the industry, tailored to optimize recognition of your name amongst competitors in your specific market space. If you're in need of logos, visual branding, shirt graphics, or marketing material, Shed and Shred Studios has got you covered. So visit Shed Shred MD for more info. Once again, that is SHEDSHREDMD.com for more info. And hey, while you're there, use code GET10 for 10% off at checkout when buying pre-made designs and merch from their web store.
And we're back. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for buying that sponsor. Whatever it was, I fully support whatever sponsor that was. I never supported anything more in my life than that sponsor. But now is the best part you've all been waiting for. It's the part that I've been waiting for, even though I did just eat dinner, but I feel like I need, more about food. And sometimes I just start talking and I don't know where I'm going. But it's time for the food.
That's usually how my days go.
Yeah, same.
I
Every
love
waking moment.
my life, pretty much. Anyway, food for thought segment where we are going to ask the hard-hitting journalistic questions that you have come for. The Alex Jones eat your heart out questions, if you will.
I just if I mean this is in the future a little bit, but present day Pat just posted a commercial for the podcast today, and there was a comment on there about our hard hitting food questions.
Oh my god.
I
Hell
reach
yeah.
deep into my heart for these questions sometimes.
You do.
So I want you
Arriba.
to reach deep with your answers.
These are some like deeply personal food for thought questions too.
And so
These are probably the most personal food for thought questions we've ever done.
I can't wait.
Awesome.
you want me to hit him with the first one?
Yeah, go get them with that first one.
Alrighty. So this is you have to dig deep for this one. You are tasked with creating a tasting menu to go along with your music. What food and drink choice go along with what songs you've released?
Oh, good lord.
Just
Okay.
hams
Just
at different temperatures.
so it could be like, the thing is like it could be like hams for like effing it up for each song, and then after a while it just you can't have anymore. That's it. No songs get a tasting menu.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. So
All right.
a song we released a while ago now was Sad Cowboy. And that one would definitely be like a Western burger with like the onion rings and bacon and barbecue sauce and all that
Dude,
good shit.
A rodeo cheeseburger from Burger King.
Oh, hell yeah, brother.
Yeah,
Mm.
even better. Even better.
Cheaper.
I like it. I support that.
I used to get those for $2.50 a pop, driving down to community college or tech school in Eden Prairie, and I would get 2 of them a day, and that was like my daily allowance of fuck around was my rodeo burgers.
I'm dating myself here, but I remember, like places had actual dollar menus, and boy, I remember when that rodeo burger was on the dollar menu, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, freaking those bad boys.
Damn.
So good.
What happened to my America? No, I'm kidding.
What other songs we got?
I feel like
Well,
Blender might.
oh, go ahead, Galen.
I was gonna say Blender might be getting some Ritas with the boys. You know what I'm saying?
Margs with the boys.
Marks with the boys.
These
Dude,
guys
okay.
learned.
We have to tell the story about.
These guys learned not to take my margarita recommendations anywhere.
Dude, okay. We had our photo shoot where we have our cool orange background photos that Galen took.
Yeah.
So we did that, and then afterwards we all went to Lucky's 13, and we're sitting on the patio. And Jeff's like, okay, you got to get the strawberry margarita. I don't know exactly what he said.
I hate the
Like, you got to get the strawberry margarita. Yeah, the strawberry here at Fox. And I'm like, damn, we're getting margs with the boys. Hell yeah. And the waitress comes. I'm like, I'll take a margarita on the rocks. I don't know. And then Galen, I'll take a margarita. And then Kyle's like, I'll do the strawberry margarita. And fucking Jeff is like, I'll take Jack Daniels on the rocks or something like that.
I said I'll have a Budweiser bottle.
Oh yeah, but
yeah. Not even a mixed drink.
You go there for margs with the boys, and then you just fuck them over.
Well, he's the one that started the margs with the boys. He was like, "Oh, you got to get this marg." Well, I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah!" And then he gets a Budweiser in the bottle.
And
Yeah.
All right,
That was
so
disrespectful.
Lewis, here we go. Okay, hold up. So here's a song for you, like a whole thing. The song is all about getting fucked over, right? It's just and then you're gonna title it "Margs with the Boys."
Yeah.
It's happening
There you go.
in the
Oh, yeah.
The song
Also-
writes itself.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, I had, but like when we were talking about the dollar menu, I think that we should do a UPP and Linus collab, probably a hat, and have it, be like make dollar menus great again.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Make value menus cheap again. Like
Yeah.
Taco Bell, $3 for a value menu like that.
All
The
right.
hat can
When
be
I'm back in my day, you could get the $2 meal deal. That was like a burrito, a bag of Doritos, and a medium drink. And now one value menu item is $3. Get out of here.
Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here with that.
Get the
the hat
fuck
should
out
be
of
like
here.
Taco
You
Bell
tell 'em
purple
that.
hat with like Baja Blast teal typeface. Font.
I think effing it up, for back to Matt's question, would have to
Yeah.
be the actual order in effing it up
Yeah.
Mhm.
during the bridge. I think it was a number 7 chicken quesadilla with a Diet Mountain Dew and a soft shell taco.
You're
And
right.
the funny thing about that is it's edited because I ordered that and more food, but I just kept the combo in. And then if you listen carefully, she's like, okay, that'll be 16 something. So it's like clearly
Soon enough,
not the
though.
What am
price
I
of
in
just the combo.
LA?
Yeah.
LA.
But it's future proofing it because that will be $16 in 3 weeks.
Yeah, right. They keep
Absolutely.
saying gas is getting cheaper, but
Gas getting
The gas
cheaper,
getting
but
cheaper,
my
food's getting
gas
more
is getting more
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
my gas. Human
So-
gas.
While we're actually on that subject, your song, you just talked about your song "Effing It Up," having the audio clip from that Taco Bell order. So this is our other one of the other food for thought questions. So it's good that you brought it up. As a band, all right, now you got to figure this out as a band. Not everybody's separated. As a band,
United.
what is the perfect Taco Bell order?
Oh god damn.
In the current menu?
So
Well,
I would say, you know what? Fuck it. All-time menu.
Oh,
All
all
time.
time. Okay.
I mean-
Well, I'm a volcano menu man. That's my favorite stuff.
I feel like technically we did it that one time. All 4 of us ordered from Taco Bell Defy, and they had to send it down in 2 bags.
He said it was too heavy for the little elevator.
So, because
Like
they will,
stress
they will
test to the
load
elevator.
it up.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's
They'll
too
load those
heavy for
bags
the
up.
elevator. We're like,
So
oh,
what do we-
did it.
What do we do? Like a combo meal and then like a couple sides, and then I think because
Yeah.
then everyone kind of
I'm
It's
a cheesy
represented.
gordita crunch guy. I would just like
okay.
that for sure.
Me too. Me too. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That shit.
I would throw in on that.
Agreed.
Crunch wrap?
And as far
Crunch
as
wrap
like
is
the
really
tacos,
good.
in my opinion, I prefer the basic tacos to the supreme tacos, but I can see the other side of the coin too. So
I gotta go supreme on mine.
I'm a bit
okay,
of I'm
all right.
a chili cheese burrito guy myself, but I would
Dang.
eat any.
That's classic. Classic.
That's classic. Okay, so I think we got a cheesy gritty crunch with a soft shell. You get soft or hard, Jen?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, thanks.
Depends on what day. of
why
the-
choose?
I like. What do you mean? Like the taco beside?
You know what I mean. There's soft and hard shell. Come
How
on.
soft or hard do you
Soft
like
is
your
good.
marks
Soft
with
is
both?
good. Yep.
Yeah, I like it's real soft. So I get the soft shell, especially if it's been sitting in the bag for a while, because then it gets really soft.
Oh my god. Okay.
Class, if you will.
Gotta get it together.
That really got you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay, we got cheesy gordita crunch. We got a soft shell taco. Is it a Baja Blast to drink? It's not usually what I get these days, but it is like the best. You know?
Yeah.
Well, and now they have like the Baja's Blast Zero. So, it's like you can't.
That's what I do. But like if this was like a last meal on death row, I'm getting the real Baja Blast. I'm not fucking around. And then a crunch wrap, and a chili cheese burrito on the side. And the nice thing is, like, the chili cheese burrito, if you can't eat it, that thing goes in the fridge and it'll heat up just fine.
That should
So
last.
Go tip.
Dude, I'll tell you, that is probably one of the, like, if that came as a fucking meal.
oh
Oh,
boy, the Linus Cravings box,
yes.
dude. Like
Yeah,
all
that's
the like
right.
pop stars and rappers that have like their McDonald's meals, we need like the Linus Cravings box.
Yeah. And on the box, it can just say, fuck this up.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it would like, it would be the Linus, cravings box, but then like, it would accidentally be Gen Z Linus, like in all the commercials and stuff like that. Like,
Dude, those
contact
motherfuckers would order like a power bowl with chicken and a hard shell taco with no lettuce. It's just like meat, cheese, and like soggy hard shell.
They'd be like, Taco John's is better.
Oh,
Cadoba.
I don't want to give them street cred, but those are the type of motherfuckers that would order a glass for water and put Sprite in it.
Hey, I mean, Taco John's though, dude, Olays. Olays
Yeah,
are real
Olays
good.
do
I
fuck.
love the Olays.
Like,
I'll
you
give them
can't, nobody can like talk shit about Olays. It's just impossible.
No,
that.
their
It's true.
stuff is their regular entree stuff is like mid, but the Olays are S tier. I agree.
It's true. I mean, like my problem with Taco John's is like, I don't mind their tacos and shit like that. I kind of like their, like, they have their hot, or their salsa, or their taco sauce or whatever. There's like kind of something special about it. I've never, like, nothing else tastes like that. But I mean, if I want like mid-grade tacos, I'm not gonna spend like 20 fucking bucks.
Yeah.
I'll just go to Taco Bell and spend $5.
Yeah.
Dude,
So real.
I feel like I gotta interject here for a second. I went to a liquor store the other day, and I've been drinking a lot of hams, right? But I'm not.
I've been drinking.
So I decided to switch it up, and I went for Budweiser, which I'm drinking right now. And I get to the freaking register, and I ring it up, and the guy kind of mumbles under his breath. He's like, that'll be $20.88. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine, whatever. Started to run it, and then it said $20.88 on there, or $28.88, but I already ran it. I was like, $28.88?
For how much?
You go for a freaking 24 of Budweiser. Wait, are you kidding me with this?
Wow, thanks,
He's
Biden.
like,
Thanks, Obama.
Should have bought some hams. And I was like,
You should have bought some hams. You could have bought, for that price, you could have bought 2 30-packs.
Yes.
You could have bought
60.
60 cans.
Preach.
I'm still grappling with this a little bit.
That's a day. That's a day and a half.
I know it seems like, first world problems, whatever, but still grappling with this one.
Tearing up again.
So that's actually a great transition to our last food for thought question. Because if you've been around the Minnesota music scene, you know Linus as the Hams Band. So we have to ask, how did this start? How did you become the Hams Band?
I don't even know. I think we all just like independently liked hams, and it just like it wasn't like a decision. We just fucking drink a lot of
You're
hams.
all basically star-crossed hams lovers, because I mean,
Yes.
getting this amount of people so invested in hams together is an impressive feat on its own.
And I feel like
Dude,
Pat,
we've drank multiple bars out of hams, like us and the people that come through. Like Underground Music Cafe, 2 times in a row, we depleted their hams stock.
well, and I feel like Linus, you're such a you're so important to this hams renaissance, if you will, in the Twin Cities. Like I've talked to my dad, and I've had hams here, and he's mentioned like hams is the old man beer, and I'm like, not anymore, because you.
I think we met because, like, honestly, okay, so realistically, I never had a hams until I fucking met you guys.
Same.
And like I do not drink beer, period, unless it's hams. I won't like
Let's go.
like
All right.
it's especially like not like, you know, kind of standard beer. Like, you know, sometimes I'll fuck with a Bud Light Lime. Sure, why not? It's special. But if like I'm not gonna drink any other just beer unless it's hams. And that's because of you guys. And because of you guys, I think at least once in the last 50 episodes of this show, hams has been brought up at least once an episode.
I love that.
Oh,
Hell yeah. What an honor.
Set-
I will say, I
include that
think we
in
had a
the-
choice to make. It was
include that
either
in the
become the
sales
Hams
pitch.
band or
Of the
the,
beers.
we had to either be the Hams band or the Bud Light Clamato band at one point. And it was, I was not about to be the Bud Light Clamato band.
Well,
so-
right.
I feel like I would
And
have
that's
left
that's
after the
pretty
first
tough
gig.
to
I
you
did
know
say
find universally everywhere.
Pat, I didn't tell you this, but I did say in my research, the early days of Linus had a lot of pictures of Crocs, Clamatos, and for some reason a lot of banana photos of them like holding a banana.
Yeah. Yeah, back that was pre-COVID times. Fucking, multiple times Jeff would show up. It could be the middle of January, like it is now, and he'd have his Crocs on and a Bud Light Clamato at band practice. Good Lord!
Yeah, I think
At
we
10 a.m.
And a
we used to do
bushel of bananas.
we used to do Saturday mornings or Sundays after Stefan got out of church, and so it'd still be early enough that I'd rock in with a Clamato for a while there, 4-pack, and then they wouldn't help me, so then I'd have to have 2 or 3, 4 of them on my own.
The victim
Have
here.
to.
They wouldn't help me drink these.
In my formative years.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just jamming with a cover band that I think I'm going to be playing with, and we were at our practice space, and we share with a few bands. But one of the guys opened the mini fridge. He's like, "These hams, they're yours, right?" Like, didn't even like second guess himself. And I was like, "I honestly don't know, but probably." So
They
You
were
know.
at one point in the fridge.
yeah,
Wow.
it was like, I feel like we have a rotating like ham supply. Like, we'll bring some, and then they'll get depleted, and then someone else puts them in. And so I've lost track of who's restocking the hams.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. I mean, y'all are the hams band, so
You ever had a ham teeny?
I have not.
It's just a hams with an olive in it.
Cat had a ham teeny at the Eagles bar, the Eagles Club.
Yeah. You can literally just go to a bar and say, "I'll take a ham teeny," and they'll give you a glass with hams in it and a green olive.
I know that. So now I know that a classic, you know, a traditional brass monkey is with an Old English 40. But have you ever made a brass monkey with hams? Because I've been thinking about this.
Now, what's a brass monkey? I'll be the guy who asks it.
Brass monkey, just beer and orange juice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The traditional brass monkey is, you know, you would drink half of an Old English 40, and then you'd with the other half you would pour orange juice in and then mix it up.
Oh,
Dang.
I mean, as far as my uneducated brass monkey knowledge goes.
I gotta say, I know I look young, but as a 32-year-old, I don't think my heart. I think I'd have heartburn. Like,
Oh yeah, that's just pure acid. That's true.
I wouldn't do it.
Also, you get the like.
10 years ago, I would have done it, but
I'm old enough that I go, "Damn, I don't want to get a gout flare up from that."
There's a goutful right there. I
Uh,
think
Sorry.
I think for the ham slam, we might just all have to try it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
and
sounds
I'll bring my gout medicine
yeah.
the day after.
Here,
Scurvy be damned.
we'll chase with
Do it.
You never done you never done an allopurinol chaser? I bet Gen Z Linus doesn't know what I'm talking about.
They're gonna listen to this and think we fucking hate them, but no, it's just a fun layup or something.
If they listen to this, I would shit my pants on stage.
And so would Jeff.
Of
He's
course.
got your back.
In solidarity.
Solidarity.
You think Gen Z Linus would shit each other's pants on stage?
Hell no.
In each other's pants?
Well,
I was
it's
just-
like have each other's backs, shit each other's pants.
I
They
would.
definitely wouldn't.
It would be fun if you guys played a show with them and the 2001 version Linus, and then your show flyer literally just said Linus, period, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think we did. The owner of the Pillar Forum said he would be on board for a Linus off. I believe it
Mhm.
was.
Yeah,
I think it was
that- and
Linus
then
best.
Yeah.
Linus off
Yeah,
implies some like competition.
we got a
Yes.
message from there's a band called Ice Climber. They sent us a message like, God damn it, I swear to God I already followed Linus, but then I realized it was this Linus and that Linus, and we're playing a show with that Linus, and they messaged me like, I'm like, yeah, dude, I know we get tagged in a lot of shows that aren't ours, and we get a lot of messages and emails for other Linus, and I'm sure they get some. All I know is we send them when we get like a weird message, but they never send us anything. So I think the ones they get just go into the void. All this to say, Ice Climber is like, we want to host Linus Fest, and we're gonna do like half pop punk set and half a shoegaze set.
Shoegaze.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Is that what
there
they
you
do?
go.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what like half the Gen Z bands are shoegaze bands.
Interesting.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of the food for thought segment. That's why we only ask 3 questions, because it can go on for quite some time with these, in-depth food questions. But now it's time for the rapid fire question segment.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
You're just going to speak from the heart. You're going to shoot from the hip.
I'm good at this.
You got this. All right. You ready?
You ready for me?
All right. Monster Energy or nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Except for Kyle's. Kyle had a Monster Energy with booze in it the other night.
Literally just had a hard monster.
They have a hard monster?
Yeah, curiosity.
It's hard to
killed
tell
me.
what it is. You crushed it to shit. So,
It made him monster hard.
It's crushing me to shit, so it's
Oh.
mutual.
nice. All right. Pop punk or emo?
Oh god
Pop
damn.
punk.
Emo.
Yeah, nowadays pop punk.
Yes.
Rapid fire, Kyle. Rapid fire.
Oh, pop punk.
Taylor Swift or John Mayer?
Taylor Swift.
Mayor.
John Mayer.
Fuck
Mayer.
you guys. What
Mayer.
the? This is
Yes.
you guys just broke up Linus. Damn.
We're gonna make a John
Yeah.
Mayer cover band.
Mayor's a baller. Let's be
That
honest.
was fucked up, dude. Dude, he was dating Taylor Swift when he was like 35, dude. That's
Oh, this has nothing to do with the relationship.
Oh,
Just-
yeah, I'm
yes,
going
it
music
does.
solely.
Well, the thing is I didn't say anything about what it was about. You're just picking. You're choosing your heart.
Jeff's
and your heart
the
is deciding.
Jeff's the separate the
means.
art from the artist crowd over here.
At least,
Jeff's the
oh,
Jeff's still listening to brand new and
It's wrapped.
when Linus
Dude.
breaks up and
Michael
we all
Jackson?
get famous after we're dead, at least we'll have documentation of the
Dude.
last conversation with Linus.
Lewis is gonna become like the biggest like Swiftie advocate now, and like like all the Swifties are gonna come to Linus shows now and be like, Lewis, he is a real man.
You know what?
Oh,
He
dude,
knows.
I've been a Taylor for a long, long time.
You know what he's
Like there is
True.
what?
what he's gonna do now, Pat. He's gonna release Blender Lewis's version.
Oh,
Yes.
And then put it up
True.
Lewis's version.
I guarantee
Hell
there's
yeah.
gonna be no
New era.
Jeff.
Marks with the boys. Lewis's version.
All right. Skinny jeans or baggy pants?
Baggy pants.
Man, up until like
Ooh.
last year, yeah, baggy pants now.
That one's hard for me.
As I'm
'cause
wearing skinny jeans.
I wear slim pants, but I think baggy pants are cooler now. So I think I would say baggy pants.
Am I the only skinny jeans then?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think you're the only one that went skinny jeans. I mean, Gillen's
Right.
wearing skinny jeans,
True.
Yeah.
but he
Now
shows
it's
with
like
his
yours,
heart,
Kyle.
and his heart told him baggy pants, and that's okay.
It's the
It's
wrong
okay.
skinny jeans. The right.
Right into heart.
Getting ready for my dad bod. So
Nice.
Oh,
Disney Plus or Netflix?
Netflix.
yeah, Netflix.
Netflix.
Flex.
Flex, yeah.
I've already seen all the shit on Disney
Netflix.
Plus.
All right.
I feel like
Stuffed crust or deep dish pizza?
Oh fuck. I'm a deep dish man, dude. Giordano's is really good.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I think deep dish. More
I think
bang
I
for
gotta
your
go
buck.
deep dish.
Yeah, same. Need some red
We're
pan.
Midwestern, you can tell.
Yeah.
Vans or Chuck Taylors?
Vans.
Vans.
We'll go to Chuck's because I never owned a pair of Vans. I don't think.
I'm
I think I
saying
currently
Jeff.
own
Never brought
both.
Damn.
What'd you say, Galen?
I'm same as Jeff. Never owned both.
Oh.
Just owned Chucks.
That's a Vans hat, baby.
Oh, look at you.
Oh.
Yeah, Lewis came prepared for like all
Nice
of this.
question.
Got a
I got
hand.
the
We'll
Vans.
save
I
for,
got the
like,
Vans.
He's
For
just flexing
athleticism,
hard over here.
Chucks kind of suck as far as athleticism goes. Like maybe back in the day that was the solution, but like, man, they will wear your feet down so bad if you try to do anything at them. And
Yeah, they're both
I
flat
blame
as
my-
fuck, but
Are you blaming like wearing Chuck Taylors because you're not good at basketball? I don't think it's Chuck Taylors, okay?
it's always,
Plantar fasciitis talking.
You know, I'd be really good. I'd be about as good as LeBron, but I'm wearing Chucks right now. You got
in the words of Tony Soprano, my father always said I never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Fair.
Here's the nice thing about Vans is now they know that all the emo kids are aging, so they have like Vans Comfort Soul edition.
I mean, in both my Vans and Chucks, I've got Dr. Scholl's in them. So
Hell
like,
Hell yeah.
I'm still wearing them, but I know what's on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. The
Good
All American Rejects or the Offspring?
Offspring.
Spring.
hmm
Right on. All right. This is the last question. Now we're going to do one of you can do it, or all of you, whatever, however you want to do this. But we're going to play a game of Finish This Lyric. And I have faith that you got this. Okay. When I was a young boy, my father took me to the city.
To see a marching band.
And have margaritas with the boys.
Yes. I'm so happy because Matt, I think, catches this every time. You did this while we were in this, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah. The Finish This Lyric is still pretty new for us. So we get all of the stuff written down, and then almost every time I'm like, oh shit, we didn't do the Finish This Lyric. Or Matt just catches it. So kudos to Matt. Everybody, congratulate Matt.
Oh yeah.
If you're listening, in the comments, talk about how much you love Matt and support him and everything, and how how pretty he is. So, but with that, you guys did it. You finished the podcast. Now's your chance to let everybody know what you got going on, where they can find you, and what's next.
Yeah.
Take it away, Jeff.
Yeah.
We got so we got some shows coming up and stuff, but the big one on our mind is the Big Turn Music Fest down in Red Wing. We playing that this year. A lot of our buddies, a lot of our fellow bands have done it in the past and hyped it up, so we're stoked.
Right on. Isn't Names Without Numbers playing that one with y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, and we're playing with them on the Friday before, so that's
Right.
like a little 2-day tour.
Tour.
Us and them.
So 2-day run.
And junior choir, I think, is also playing both shows.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Shit, we could go through the list of the bands at the Big Turn, guys, that we've played with or that we loved and love to play with, and it just goes on and on. That's gonna be fucking sweet. I'm stoked.
I would say if anyone's made it this far, stay tuned for our new full-length album that'll be coming out this spring, and a release show that should be announced very soon, within the next couple months.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And you can find them all on social medias under at the band named Linus.
Yes. Not
Yeah.
Linus__band.
No.
Block that
I
one.
think the only one that differs is what your Twitter, isn't it? Or some no, your TikTok is like Linus MPLS or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. I don't know.
Look for
I do a
I don't
lot
have
of
my shit
tagging.
together.
One of the random things I'm very good at is remembering like people's social media handles, especially Linus social media handles. But
oh yeah.
no, I for some reason can, if I see like a submission from a band, I'm like, oh, I remember that one. Their social media is this, and I'll look down. I'm like, yep, that was right.
And our OnlyFans.
I don't know why.
Our OnlyFans at Linus Vaginas.
I support it. I would watch a Linus OnlyFans for sure, 100%.
Then you can really see us fucking it up.
It's
Mostly
just
Jeff
Galen
drinking with his shirt
dancing
off.
naked.
Hell yeah.
What?
Galen doing just a whole naked routine.
Yeah,
God.
making margaritas shirtless,
Yes, making margaritas.
but then drinking a Jack and Coke.
Yeah. Fucking A. And Jack and Coke is different, by the way, in our OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a Jack and a Coke.
That doesn't mean what you think it means.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well,
You
thanks so
ready
much for
for
hanging
me?
out with us today. You guys rule. We love you. And the rest of you listening, watching, whatever you're doing at home or wherever you are, stick with us. Me and Matt, we're going to hop into the Unsigned Pop Punk News, and you're going to get to that after this jingle right here. Yo! Thanks for hanging out this far and making it into the Unsigned Pop Punk News. Yeah, it's been fun. Linus, they're our boys, they're pals, and it was really great to have them on the show. They've Linus did the new theme song for our show, and I think they killed it. I really enjoy it. It's fun, and so yeah, like one of the things that can always help our show grow is if you comment. The things you can do for free, right? Like, comment. Make sure you're subscribe to us on YouTube, or following us on whatever platform you're listening to, Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Get that's something free you can do to help our show grow. So if you're interested in what we do and helping our show grow, hook us up in that way. Comment. Let's chat. It'll be fun.
Do it.
engage with each other.
Do it.
Totally.
Do it.
You know, Matt, you know what we should do? Not right now, because you're recording and we're doing the Unsigned Pop Punk news, but we should like update the Unsigned Pop Punk news.
You probably should.
Probably should. You know, we've been saying a lot of the same stuff for a while, but we haven't fully switched them up, you know, and but you know, we have this new thing we can talk about that we're kind of talking about in the show.
Yeah.
Just a little bit ago. The Ham Slam.
Ham Slam, which originally was not called the Ham Slam, but it became the Ham Slam. And that's how you know it's a good event, is when you don't name it, the name comes to you.
Right. So, you know, we're going to try and do this Ham Slam. You know, if we want you to come, it's going to be on Twitch. It's our second annual Ham Slam. The first one wasn't called Ham Slam, but it was Ham Slam.
It became, as the night wore on, it became the Ham Slam. And
became the Ham Slam, and it'll forever be the Ham Slam.
You know, Pat,
so
I'm sorry, I was gonna say.
No, go.
I'm reading a book right now called Big Magic, shout out. And it talks about ideas coming to you and like being that person to like hold on to those ideas. Ham Slam was an idea that came to us, and we were the bearers of owning this, and we are very proud of our ham.
It was a gift.
It was a gift. It was a gift. 5 cases of hams with a coupon under $100 came to us, and we're going.
And you're going to learn more about the Ham Slam as the weeks go on, but you know, make sure you follow us on Twitch, and it's gonna be a night to remember. So the Ham Slam is gonna have live music. Currently, we're doing live music. It's gonna be hosted by me and Matt. And that's what we've got so far. But this is day one of planning.
Literally, like
there will be.
We're talking about it. Day one.
Earlier today, we started the actual discussion, and so it is being built as of today. So each week we'll try and update you more about all of that, and it's going to be awesome. You know, it's going to be a good time. Maybe Hams will want to partake with us. Who knows? Hams reps, if you're listening, we want to work with you.
I bet they are.
We want to do something.
I feel like they secretly have tabs on Linus. That they like they know. They don't want to admit it, but they know that Linus is the reason that Hams is becoming popular again. And they're listening.
And yeah, there was a time, and that time is now.
Now,
Hams, it's your time. But with that, thanks so much to Linus for hanging out with us. It was awesome. Once again, it's just like just hanging out with friends. So it's great. Good time. I'm glad we could not trick them, but surprise them with some deep dive questions. And Matt really killed it on that. So Matt, good job. Thank you. That's the way the news goes. Thanks so much, Matt, for everything he does every week and being my friend. Thanks to Gibby. We're excited to see Gibby soon. Super Awesome's coming back. It's happening. And I don't know where we're at, but as of today, that's the plan. So as you're listening to this, make sure you're checking to see if Super Awesome is back, because I don't know yet. But it will be back, and soon. So hell to the yeah. Thanks, Lawrence Crow, for all the design work he does constantly. And like this shirt. If you like this shirt, this is a Lowe's Crow original. So he made this rad. This is our whole like merch, our metal merch drop. So if you think this is cool, check it out. Unsignedpoppunk.com. It's got everything you need. Everything you didn't know you needed. And all of our links. So thanks and speaking of website, thanks to Ross from Electric Kiwi for making that website and making everything so awesome. And both of them Ross and Lewis, one of the things I love most about them, love working with them, is that you're like, yo, shoot them an email, shoot them a message on Messenger, however you choose to do it. They get back to you within a day. They're right on it, if not hours.
Or half across the world.
What was that?
And Lawrence is halfway across.
Yeah.
And he still is.
Both of them are.
Punctual.
They're both in the same area.
They're punctual.
They're punctual people. They know what they're doing, and they're great to work with. They're great human beings, and they're very passionate about what they do. So make sure to check out everybody, and let's just fucking love everybody, like I love you, and like Matt loves you. So thanks again for hanging out with us today. We'll see you on Monday.
Bye.
Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you so much to those of you who already are. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. If you're in the position to help us grow and like behind the scenes access and exclusive shows, head on over to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/unsignedpoppunk. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see on the show and what other content you'd like to see. Thank you all so much.